This plane accidentally sank into the sea. But the passengers inside were not hurt. Not even a drop of seawater seeped into the cabin. But even so, the passengers on the plane weren't even happy. Instead, they showed an expression of despair, because it was on the seabed with a depth of 100 meters. The radio on the plane was damaged, and the supply of oxygen in this small cabin is also gradually decreasing. Several people had fainted, but just when everyone was hopeless about it, the captain brought over a package of goods to revive everyone's hopes. Because this package contains a signal transmitter. As long as it can be sent to Shanghai, they can send a distress signal. But this approach would be very dangerous. If you are not careful, you will lose your life. For safety reasons, they decided to carry out the plan by two people. If something bad happens to someone, others can continue to work on it. So the captain brought the other two passengers to the plane's cabin door quickly. They first closed the anus in the cabin. Prevent seawater from flowing into the cabin when the hatch is opened. The consequences of that were unimaginable. But the two of them never thought about it. As they were about to open the hatch.
Don't get too close to the door.
Instantly renders the passenger unconscious. Fortunately, the captain was not injured. But when he was ready to continue to complete his plan, he discovered that his oxygen was leaking. He had no choice but to lose oxygen. Then quickly opened the package. After being left alone, he used up all his strength and managed to swim out of the water 100 meters deep. So he didn't dare to delay. Immediately climb into the open air valve. Quickly pressed the red flag. And sure enough, their efforts were not in vain. The fleet which is conducting sea maneuvers has detected a signal from the captain. After determining the position of the signal, they immediately sent a rescue ship. Managed to save the captain. After knowing that there are still people living below, the captain immediately sent a rescue team to the bottom of the sea to save others. However, when the rescue team found the plane, they found out they couldn't do any rescue at all, because once they opened the hatch, the seawater would all flood the cabin. So it wasn't just the passengers who weren't saved. Otherwise, it would be to the detriment of everyone. Reluctantly, everyone had to return to the water's surface. Report this to the captain. So they rearranged a rescue plan. In the end, it was decided that another risk could only be avoided by saving the plane. The rescue team immediately returned to the water. They threaded the sash through the bottom of the plane. Then attach a giant balloon. Lastly, deploy the airbag. After everything is ready, everyone exited the plane and immediately returned to the surface. Following the captain's orders, they quickly turned on the air pump. Soon the balloon will be completely filled, and the plane is also showing signs of boarding. After a while, the nose of the plane was exposed to the sea. So everyone quickly got to the plane quickly. They have to save the passengers inside as fast as they can. Because the connecting belt is being removed one by one at this time. If they don't get the passengers out soon, then all the preparations they had done earlier would be in vain. But luckily, they saved all the passengers in time. But when you want to evacuate, all the connecting ropes on the tail suddenly broke. As a result, a female passenger was thrown into the back of the plane. At a critical moment, the captain can only turn back again. When he returned, the plane was slowly sinking, and all the seawater flows in. The captain had no choice but to quickly get the passengers into the cockpit. Because at this time, only the cockpit has not been inundated by seawater. So the captain immediately opened the hatch. The female passenger was quickly pushed off the plane. Then he jumped down himself. With the help of a helicopter, the two managed to escape the catastrophe. But the giant plane actually sank into the sea.